to both TNA Slammiversery and Monday Night Raw
because
review
we
were indecisive.
Well, yeah, that's one. But I'm gonna bring something up really, really quick, and they don't even know that I'm gonna bring this up.
Oh no! I apologize in advance.
Don't apologize.
Exactly.
I apologize in advance.
We did not stream Tuesday.
No.
Because we went to see the new Superman movie.
Oh yeah, it was great.
So we're gonna touch base on that for a couple minutes here. So I'm just gonna say this. I'm not gonna try to bring out spoilers, but for the record, spoiler alert, just in case for the next minute or couple minutes here, we're discussing things that you might not want to hear, know, see, whatever until you watched it. So if you watched it, then by all means, free game. One thing I'm gonna say that I did like, and I did not think I would like, okay, and I think I started to realize it more even during the second credit scene. They intended for him to be a little bit of a jerk through the movie, and Superman, probably 90% of the movie was getting his whooped.
Oh yeah.
Like, he was not this greatest hero of all time. And I don't mean that as a bad. I mean that as in like what you said. Countless times. Justice League.
Yeah.
They only needed Superman to defeat all of them.
Well, to be fair, he was going against a super genius who specifically made things to kill him. But the point still stands. He was getting his ass kicked.
But they didn't make Superman look like...
invincible, all-powerful.
Like I said, the opening of the movie, I think, says enough.
He was almost
I mean, I'm not trying to sound bad, and it almost hurts me to say this. Is when it sounded so great that he was in the death moments. You know, because when you heard him breathe, it was like he couldn't catch that last bit of air. He wasn't getting enough. I think that was great to have that in there. Like, Superman was dead.
Oh yeah,
he
had
exactly.
like fractured ribs, a punctured lung.
Yeah, I mean, Superman was by all means dying.
No, he was not having a good go of it.
And it showed him vulnerable.
And when he gets healed up,
at 83%.
No.
If you call that healed up, which it is, but he was at 83%, and they made that the robots.
Yeah.
Made that clear.
Like you're not. You just lost at 100%. Now you're going. He goes back, and then he proceeds to get his ass whooped again. For the second time in like 30 minutes, if that. So.
And I think that really sold me on that maybe this was going to be different. We weren't going to get the
dun 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 dun
Superman. And granted, we got some of those. But they were not the defining moments of him. It's when he was... Even when he was laying there half-beaten, he needed the help.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say where it came from, just to help with any... If we have spoiler, whatever. But he needed help. And I think that showed a good side that maybe James Gunn is in the right vein of what we need.
I have high hopes. Honestly, I'm going to say this. I have higher hopes for the DCEU than the MCU at this point.
If this is the path James Gunn is taking with it, he might... And I say this not to be mean or hateful or whatever, but because of what he has, you've even said it, with what he did with Marvel, if he can bring that to DC, he might kill the Marvel Universe.
He might.
Yeah, he might.
I mean, I say that jokingly, but am I? You know what I'm saying?
Oh no. I mean, considering that DCU's track record up until this point was dog shit, I will say dog shit because it was.
It was. I'm not going to argue it. It had some highlights, but they were few and far between.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I'm not even talking full-blown movies. I'm talking scenes. Okay. I think the best one they've had since, which I think they also said James Gunn was at least part of it, was the not Justice League, but the Suicide Squad.
The newer one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was good. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
And there's even talk that he might completely be rewriting. Well, bigger. The next one we're not even getting Aquaman. We are getting Supergirl versus Lobo, which is played by Jason Momoa.
Well, first of all, Supergirl is going to get her ass whooped. Second of all, I'm very anxious to see Lobo in live action.
It'll be the first time it's ever been done.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about it, that it'll be the first time Lobo's ever been done, and that if anybody should take this spot, it should definitely be Jason Momoa.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to agree because he is a very goofy, silly guy.
And I think that playing him, don't take this the way that it is, but I think it'd be great to have, and I think they've crossed paths a few times, but you know what I think it'd be great?
What?
Have Lobo not team up, be in the same movie, same area as Deadpool. Because if Lobo is serious, but yet he's also not.
No, he is...
Like, if it comes to bloodshed, Lobo's on it. But he's going to, I guess the whole Spider-Man-y sense thing.
He's very goofy and silly and...
He's going to poke fun at your weaknesses, your inability to beat his ass, while he's beating your ass.
Pretty much.
And he's gone toe-to-toe with some of the big boys.
Oh, he's beat Superman's ass on several occasions.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, he's gone toe-to-toe with the big boys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So like I said, Supergirl's going to get her ass whooped.
And another thing, too, and this is a big spoiler for the end of the thing, but I want to discuss this with the two of you. We said we are going to bring it up later, and I will bring this up for the next couple minutes here. The end of the movie, like the last, probably 3 minutes of the movie, whatever, Supergirl shows up at the Fortress of Solitude. Superman blocking the robots, whatever. And like, yeah, she goes to planets with red suns so she can get drunk because of our metabolism on yellow sun planets, blah, blah, blah. You made a point. Tafari made a very valid point. How does she get there? Like, she can fly on our world, but on a red sun planet, she would fall to the Earth.
I imagine she just gets in some kind of space shuttle.
Exactly.
But okay, let's say she gets in a space shuttle. How'd she get off the planet?
Exactly.
You have to realize the Green Lanterns are a thing, so I imagine interplanetary travel is a very common occurrence in this world. Maybe not from
That'd be
Earth.
neat.
You know what? Here, speaking of the Green Lanterns, I hate that. I absolutely hate it, and it stems from years of hatred. The Guy Gardner lantern was always just nails on a chalkboard to me. He was never, one of the better lanterns, even in the comic books. He was always like, I shouldn't say the weaker one, but the one who
wasn't really doing his job. Was more there to piss around.
Yeah. I mean, I would have loved to have had a Jon Stewart or a Hal Jordan. Or even what was his name? Lyle Reiner? One. The Earth ones. I think there was 4 technically from Earth. Mm-hmm. And that was more during the Corps days, when they did the Green Lantern Corps, when they actually had multiple lanterns dealing with their sectors.
Yeah.
They shortened the sectors, blah, 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 whatever. Mm. And Earth was, like, in all of Earth combining sectors, whatever. Yeah. Earth was the central planet for our sector. But yeah, Guy Gardner was never, like, my favorite. And I would have loved to see Jon Stewart, technically, because he wasn't necessarily my favorite, but he was the most interesting.
I think he did great. For the tone of the movie and the tone of the story they were telling, I think it was great.
But I'm saying from my comic book perspective, he was great for what he was. And he was perfect for playing the character that he was playing. But I just never been a fan of that Lantern. Does that make sense?
That's fair.
But I do like that with Mephisto, or that's technically his name, the Element guy, Mephisto. No.
What?
The
Element Man?
No, that is not his name.
I don't know I don't care. I don't know DC. I don't know the DC universe. But Mephisto is like a demon.
No. In the comics, what was Element Man's real name? Metamorpho.
Yeah, that I was gonna say. Mephisto's definitely.
No, I knew it was like an Emmy name, but I did like that scene. I thought it was kind of funny. Yeah. Like, so can I join your league? No. You're not good enough to join the Justice Gang. And he's like, I love that name. You're in. I thought that was kind of funny. Like. You're not, you know.
I also love where all of his projections were just like bitch slaps and.
Oh yeah, that was absolutely great. Like they came up and.
Yeah. But
anyway, okay.
Let's move on to.
I really wanted to, because we do talk about comic book stuff too, and I want to bring up that we had gone to see that.
Yeah.
The next one I really do want to go see is Fantastic Four, because it is kind of a new start for that branch too, but I don't think Gunn has anything to do with that branch.
He's not in the Marvel. He's not in Marvel anymore. He's in DC.
So.
Anyway, let's move on to what we're actually here to talk about.
Slammiversery.
And here's the thing, it was good, but here I'm gonna be honest with you. These matches in the pre-show were good. Slammiversery was great, but I don't know if I like the outcome of some of it.
Oh no, absolutely not. It was fucking awful. But we'll get to that. Our first match of the night is
Inspiration versus the Elegance brand for Knockouts titles.
It's a great match
until
it wasn't, because it's not the Inspiration. The Elegance brand doing exactly what you would expect of the Elegance brand. Cheating, conniving, manipulating in every which way they can to pick up the victory. Yeah. Their little concierge gets involved, gets involved.
Yeah.
So they end up retaining the titles, unfortunately. But, and this hasn't happened until, I think, Slammiversery proper, but they have a botch in, like, the backstage segment, but it's funny.
We actually have it in the Discord, and I'm pretty sure it's in our notes.
Yeah.
But the Northern Armory made a surprise appearance on the countdown. Eric Young disrupts New York and its fans, and interrupted by the hometown man
for an impromptu match. Then we get to the match, and obviously Northern Armory is trying to get involved, which should tell you something. This isn't just a fight that Eric Young can run through, because you would expect him to just run through the hometown man, but he doesn't. The Northern Armory has to get involved.
But I think that boils down to, again, what is it? Cody Deaner? Is that the right name?
Yeah.
I for some reason I want to say a different name. I don't remember what name I was trying to call him. But the whole trying to get the mask off thing, I think that.
Oh yeah.
I want it to be revealed, and I want it to be Cody Deaner. But when it's Cody Deaner and revealed as Cody Deaner, and Santino comes out there, and Eric Young's like, fire him, fire him, fire him, fire him. Santino's gonna be like, I have a contract. I think that would just be funny, and Eric just fuming. Yeah. But I think that'd be great.
But yeah, Young rakes him in the eyes, and he goes for a top rope elbow drop, gets a 2 count. And then Icarus and Williams get caught up with the fans at ringside, which allows the hometown man to get a pinfall victory over Eric Young. And it's a shit show, because obviously they come in, they try to attack him, but he runs out into the fans once again. Eric Young, not wanting to get another write-up or fine or whatever, lets him go.
I love that we all know who it is. And it's sad that WWE essentially had this great storyline, the same storyline going, and then they went, okay, here's a straight line, we all know who it is, and then went, what?
Yep, exactly.
It's like, if I understand that Chad Gable legit got hurt.
Yeah.
But in order to make it somebody like a foot taller, thinner built.
Yeah, it's bad. But
I don't want that to happen to this.
No. But then we get TNA Wrestling versus Fourth Rope. We have the TNA International Champion Steve Macklin teaming up with Jake Something and Mance Warner to battle the real number 1, Zilla Fatu, and Josh Bishop.
And for the record, in case you don't know, real 1 is Enzo.
Yeah.
Enzo Amore from WWE. So.
But, Warner manages to avoid the top rope splash from Fatu. Gets a tag into Macklin. Real number 1 is caught up in the crosshairs. Then Bishop plans something with a choke slam. Fatu leaps off the steps to deliver a Samoan spike to Macklin. Then Warner inadvertently collides with Jack Something. And the real
Something.
What?
Jake
Something, whatever. Jack, same fucking name. And then the real 1 hits Something with defeat to score the victory, so they've managed to pick up the win.
And then we get to actual Slammiversery.
Which, once again, great. Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali renew their long-standing rivalry.
And this, first off, I'm going to throw this out there. I don't know if I hated it, but I don't know if I liked it either. The Tasha Steele look, it confused me.
Yeah, because you didn't think it was Tasha Steele at first, but I knew it was. Because she had, like, I think a
braided, like, white hair.
I thought it was, like, red, wasn't it?
Was it red?
I don't fucking know.
It was completely different.
Yeah, it was a completely different look for her, and we were all a little confused. But anyway, as far as the match goes, it's going great. Like, this is genuinely, even with the outside interference, it is still a great match.
Yeah.
However, the most beautiful part of it all is as we're closing on the end here. That's right. Order 4 is trying to get involved, but Alexander manages to fight him off. He hits the lumbar check for a very, very close near fall. And then Tasha Steelz runs into the ring. But Alexander...
Is that where it started?
What?
Is that where it started?
No, that's where it's ending.
Did we miss a match?
No, that's how it starts off.
I know, but...
What? What are you confused about?
It don't take much for him to get confused.
It's true.
Okay.
But Steelz gets into the ring, but Alexander
I found where I'm at.
Grabs her, pops her up into the air, and hits her with a lumbar check. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, stuck first onto the knees.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. They hit Ali in order for, or Great Hands, not order for. Well, I guess they're all order for, but still.
No.
Touch Steel and the Great Hands get upset with Cedric for doing that, but yet Ali has done it how many times? And
it is a bunch of bullshit. But then, as soon as that's done, Ali catches Alexander with a 450 splash, picks up the victory. He finally managed to defeat Cedric Alexander,
which I think was complete crap, but that's
obviously. But
it is what it is.
So I'm curious if Cedric is still gonna be here. Like, he just came back. Was this just a one-off thing? Is he back permanently now? Is he?
They haven't made any announcement. I mean, they might have, but I have not seen.
Is he gonna is this rivalry gonna continue, or is the Order 4 going on to something else? I'm interested to see where this goes.
Mm-hmm.
But then we have Matt Cardona joining forces with basically the System minus Moose.
Yeah. Well, Gia Miller has a little interview with Joe Hendry. But
just they were talking about their match.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, they go up against Dark State, and before the bell even starts, they're all beating the shit out of each other.
You even said that.
Yeah.
You're like, they're not even gonna wait. But as soon as the System came down there and got in the ring, you're like, Tafari's like, Dark State's not waiting.
No, they're not. Although I believe, if I remember correctly, the System actually started it. I could be wrong.
Well, they got in the ring.
Oh,
they slid in the ring, I think.
Oh, it doesn't say. It just says a brawl starts. But I think the System went outside.
They did. You're right.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
But JDC did pay homage to Sabu.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna say this, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like this is not how this should have ended. Because the System managed to pick up the victory with a pinfall.
I don't think this is about the System winning or losing. I think this is about them.
Yeah, Cardona hits Radio Silence on Sugars, followed by the Boston Knee Party from Edwards to pick up the victory.
Again, I do not think this is about the System winning as much as it was about Cardona either joining them or pulling them apart to face. And here's the thing. No. You say maybe. And I'm going to get more into that later. We're not going to discuss it. But remember what happened later.
What?
Let's just keep going.
Okay. We find out that Trey McGrath is unable to compete in tonight's four-way ladder match for the TNA World Championships and will be replaced by Myron Reed. Then we get Tessa Blanchard in the Hardwell. Oh, God. You okay over there?
Tessa she showed, and I hate that I have to say it this way, but it's the only it's in my head. And I know you're going to be like, that's her character. but it's not really her character, it's just her. Tessa Blanchard proved just what a fucking bitch she really is. And I fucking hate her.
Oh, after this match, yeah.
You know.
But we get into the match, and this was a really good fucking match. Like, there was no outside involvement, there was no nothing.
And that's the weird thing, because
Victoria's down there.
Yeah, Victoria's
down. But she does not get involved. As far as I remember, she doesn't get involved a single time. This is a straight match, and it is really damn good.
But
Hartwell scores the victory
with a Hurt Donut.
Yeah, into the ropes, followed by a modified full
And
Nelson.
I loved that. That was so cool to watch her do that.
Oh yeah, it was great.
That we always talk about style points. That was pure. That was pure style points.
Absolutely.
That she could have done it way simpler, but that was like, let's add a little flavor onto it.
Yeah, just
a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Pour a little salt on the wound there. Because not only am I going to beat your ass and win the match, but I'm going to do it while making you look like a dumbass. Anyway.
So, Indy Hartwell wins.
And then after the match.
This was the most disrespectful thing.
Yeah. Gia Miller is having an interview with her. And Blanchard and Victoria attack her. They slap Gia across the face. They drive her into the steel steps. Then Santina Marella comes down, and he has security remove her.
She tells him that he's a nobody. He don't.
Well, that was later. He just has her. I don't know if we get into it later, but we can. But he just has her then remove her from ringside for right now. And then this was fucking great. We cut backstage to the Elegance brand. And they're all standing there, just, chit-chatting, whatever.
Well, we'll show you the clip later, because Tafari picked it up. I picked it up. We all picked it up, but we just kind of brushed over it.
But they're all back there just chit-chatting, having a good time, and then you hear someone in the background go, okay, we're going live in 10.
Well, and it was 3, but yeah.
And then they go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I don't remember exactly what they said, but they're like, "Oh, can you, that was great," or some. I don't fucking remember. They were ranting and raving and throwing a.
And it was like somebody like, boop, flipped a switch.
Yeah, they went from 0 to 100 in the drop of a dime. It was great.
Yep.
But then Inspiration comes up and they're like, "Okay, so you guys don't want to play fair. You want to have your little concierge, your little M by Elegance get involved. That's fine. Next week, we're going to even the playing field."
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. I assume they're going to get someone else to...
Yeah, they're going to get another person, and then it's going to be...
And then... God, I fucking hated this. I fucking hated this so goddamn much. This was disrespectful.
It was.
Masha Slammiversery versus JC Jane. And of course, Fatal Influence gets involved. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna legitimately say this. JC Jane looked good out there. She looked like a hang on, because I know you're looking at me like
No. Go ahead.
She looked like a champion. However, you have Fatal Influence getting involved, and then I believe it is. I don't want to edit this. It's Liang Lee and...
Zaya Brookside.
Yeah, Zaya Brookside. They come out. They neutralize Fallon Henley and Jasmine Nix. Jane inadvertently... Oh, I forgot about this, too, because I literally fucking called it. I called it before it happens, because it's always the most obvious bullshit in all of existence. I'm like, she's going to fucking kick the referee, and we're going to get some bullshit. And then we did. Because Jace... super kicks the referee, lays her the fuck out. Slamovich plants her with the snowplow, and she has her pinned for like 30 seconds. Another referee comes down there, but that allows her to recover. She kicks out at 2. Then Jane hits the rolling encore to score the victory and become the first ever double champion, and it's legitimately disgusting. I hate it.
Well, doesn't... Because here's the thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. But TNA president Carlos Silva
Yes.
hands her, and she like yanks it out of his hand.
Yeah, pretty much.
And like, give me my title.
Like
and he's just like
he's just, you can see he's just deflated and defeated. Like,
yeah, but he generally has this look of like he didn't want to even give it to her, but yet the same thing when she ripped it out of his hands, he was trying to be respectful.
yeah.
And I think she proved him right when he.
Absolutely. But yeah, it's disappointing to me that WWE, and I say this,
that has now lost all their NXT titles.
no,
Or I mean,
stolen
all that.
I'm saying this as in it's disappointing to me that WWE is so, and I could be 100% wrong, but they're so fucking conceited that they have to steal the TNA World titles away, and they won't give up their own NXT titles.
I think that's coming.
God, it better be.
I think that that's coming. I think we're gonna wind up with. I think we had to have the TNA breakdown, and now I think TNA stars need to go in, and I think we get to it in the Discord.
They need to invade NXT and be like, we're taking our titles back.
Not even their title. Screw that.
No. We're taking our titles back and yours while we're at it.
Well, that works too.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now, JC Jane does have both. So, I mean, someone's going to have to take both from her. Anyway. Because I can already guarantee you, she's not going to pull a Stephanie Vakir. She's not going to defend both those top. And you know, it's not going to be on the same night, obviously. But I can guarantee you, she's not going to defend one on NXT and then go and defend another one on TNA 2 nights later. If she does, then I might be a little impressed. But she's not going to. At least not without the help of her goons.
And then we get Eric Young backstage, and he's reaming the Northern Armory.
Yeah. Like, they failed. Like
you failed. You're an idiot. You're stupid. If you can't do this, I'll find somebody that can. I mean, the whole like.
Yeah, like you're.
Yeah, he
like,
went off.
Like, buddy, guy, you're the one that got pinned, you dumb bitch. You're the one who lost to the hometown man, not Judas. Judas, not Icarus. I think that's one guy, isn't it? Who was the other one?
And I don't pay attention to.
It wasn't the Northern Armor that got pinned. It was you. Might wanna try and screw those screws back in because they're a little loose. I think they're falling out actually. You might not even have any left, but you know.
Travis Williams.
Yeah.
And Judas Icarus. Okay. Here's where I gotta get back to where I'm at knockouts.
But then we get on to what. I'm not going to say the best match of the night, but one of the best matches of the night.
I'm going to say it probably was...
Leon Slater.
It was probably the one that... I don't think... Okay, how to say this? I don't think I expected it to be as good as it was.
Yeah, I agree.
So in that case, I think it probably was my pick.
That's fair.
And the reason is it was legit...
A great match. Like,
yes.
There was no outside bullshit. It was just two guys beating the hell out of each other for the X Division title. Of course, we're talking about Leon Slater versus Moose for the X Division Championship.
And this was back and forth. I mean, Leon Slater was taking everything. Yeah. But here's the thing. You have to understand, when I say what I said, Leon Slater was taking everything Moose had.
Yeah, like...
Moose was whooping his ass.
Yeah, it was not even close.
For like the first half, maybe 3/4 of the match.
Leon would get a few licks in, and then Moose would just shut him down in an instant.
But
as we're closing in on the end, Slater hits Moose with the spear, and then a Swanton 450. Moose kicks out. Then he hits the code run on the floor. And then Moose gets tossed back into the ring, but he He rolls over, like, over halfway across the ring, because Slater goes up to the top to do another 450. And Moose rolls, like, halfway across the ring, and he's like...
That's right.
Slater's like, okay. And then jumps halfway across the damn ring, hits him with a splash, goes up to the other turnbuckle, hits him with another splash, and he picks up the win and becomes the youngest X Division champion in history.
But that's not the part I want to get to.
No.
Because the ref went to hand Slater the belt. Moose grabs it, like yanks it out of their hands, like no. And Slater's like legit, just like, what? And he's like,
yeah, he grabs him by his shoulder and spins him around, and then he puts it around his waist.
And then,
and then walks away. Which is not something any of us expected.
No, and that's why I say, and I'm going to go back to the system and what I said.
I guess.
They're turning the system to face Dark State.
Are we sure it's not? No, because then it'd be uneven. I mean, I guess it's uneven either way.
Not if you throw somebody else with Dark State.
Exactly.
Which I think we need. Well, technically, Dark State has 4.
Yeah, but if Moose is still part of the
Moose
system,
is going to be part of the system.
And then we also have
Cardona, which Cardona might not be in the system immediately.
I don't know.
But I think
either way, you still have Alicia Edwards, who's on the outside.
But here's what I'm saying: this was a turning point, and I think it was a turning point for the system.
I see.
Because Moose, I watched Moose for years with TNA. Moose has always been an asshole. There's no other way to put it. He's always been a phenomenal heel.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Always.
And to see him flip the script and be like, no, I give you your props, man. You did it.
Mm-hmm.
Was because when Moose grabbed the title, yanked it out of the ref's hand, I was like, because there was an instance years ago, and it's happened in WWE a couple times, but Moose made himself a champion. He found an old belt in a trash can that they had since discarded and called himself a champion. Defended the title that shouldn't have ever existed. And so I thought that totally Moose was going to just be like, no, you didn't win. I'm still...
His usual bullshit.
Yeah. But to see Moose be like, good job, buddy. And walk out, showed me that maybe
he is.
Maybe he's not a complete asshole.
Yeah. There's a good Moose in there somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
So that's why I think this match was the most exciting for me.
Yeah. And then after the match, AJ Styles comes out.
And again, Moose had already left. Moose did not come back. He did not do anything. And I thought that was great,
I thought
too.
that was good.
Yeah. But Styles comes out there. He recognizes TNA as the place where he built his name. Congratulates Slater on becoming the youngest X Division champion of all time. And then he endorses Slater as the future of the X Divisions.
Yeah.
So, and he says he might have another match here eventually sometime, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, he says he's only got probably another 5-6 years left, so.
Yep.
Then we get to the TNA World, the Fatal 4-Way for the TNA World Tag Team titles. And once again, another great match. Ladder match.
We already
got rid of it. But yeah, a great. I'm not gonna say the best ladder match I've ever seen, because it's definitely not. But it was solid. It was a solid ladder match.
It was, and I'm sorry, and maybe I'm biased because of my age. No, I mean that legit. You can sit there and snicker, but been watching wrestling for what they say, 30 years, whatever.
Yeah.
I watched the Hardy Boys from day one.
Yep.
And I'm not going to give it away right now because there was a lot in the match. But going into this match, when you get in a ladder match with the Hardys, you better be ready to run the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you let them pick up the ball, you're done.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
That's exactly what happened.
Because the Hardys, once they get momentum, they don't lose it very often.
No.
Nope.
But
this was legit good. Like I said, it might have been the best match, but I think the ending to the Leon Slater is what sold it for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Moose thing. And plus, I mean, that was... We watch LFG. If you watch our stuff, you know. But everybody loves a good underdog story.
Oh,
And they've
absolutely.
talked about that a lot. It was even the thing for Sunday.
Yeah.
The big guy, the David versus Goliath
Oh, yeah.
story.
The little guy versus the big guy, yeah.
You know, and you had that. And I think we all expected Goliath, a.k.a. Moose in this situation, to just beat the shit out of Leon. And he did.
For a decent chunk of it, yeah.
He did for like half to 3/4 of the match. And then suddenly Leon flipped the script and won. But like I said, the Hardys, I think, were out. They were done. And I think legit they were ready to call it.
Yeah.
You know.
But they managed to pick up the win in some random ass bullshit. Like, I'm just gonna call it was some random ass bullshit. So all the ladders are broken. All the ladders around ringside have been
Oh
snapped
yes,
and whatever.
that's right. And they pull the one from like Jeff runs to the back,
Or like runs to the side.
I thought that
like,
was
pulls
neat.
the rope.
Or like he presses a button.
Was it a
then
button?
And this rope ladder descends from the
Yeah.
ceiling.
I didn't see him press a button, but okay.
Yeah, he presses a button like one of the tech guys had or something.
And like the rope ladders drop out of the sky.
Yeah.
So then they're fighting over who's gonna climb that ladder.
And obviously, Matt climbs up. He unhooks the title. One of them falls to the floor.
Well, no, Jeff does.
Didn't I say that?
No, you said Matt. Matt holds the bottom. Matt stabilizes the ladder. As Jeff
Yeah.
climbs.
Well, Jeff climbs to the top. He unhooks the titles. They win the titles, so they are new.
And then we got another interesting.
That's right. Bully Ray comes down.
We got another. What's the word I'm looking for? Surprise.
Yeah.
Bully Ray shows up. He basically comes out there and is like, you know, the Dudleys and the Hardys, we were in ladder match 1.
Yep.
And I think he even gives a date 30 years ago or whatever it was. We were in ladder match 1. And I've already talked to Devon. Let's run this back one more time.
Yep. So we're gonna get one final match
Between the Hardys and the Dudleys.
Yes.
And it's going to be at Bound for Glory. And let me tell you.
That is going to be a fire match.
Not to take it away from the title, but that's going to be glorious.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That is going to be absolute glory right there. Because whether it's a bad match, whether it's a good match. Oh, he did mention that. He goes, so one more time, everybody, you're going to get to hear it.
Devon! 1, 2, 3, and the entire crowd in unison. Get the tables!
He's like, so you guys are going to get one more time.
Yep. Can't wait.
And I'll tell you what, everybody in Bound for Glory crowd is going to be saying exactly that. Devon, get the table! So,
Yep.
but yeah, just...
So then, that's right. After that, we go backstage. Director of Authority is talking to Blanchard. And she's like, you're worthless, you're a sack of shit, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, okay, get the fuck out of my arena. And he's like, well, so what are you gonna do? And security just comes up and fucking, like a sack of taters, like,
I love
and
it.
takes her out of the building.
And he's like, And then he makes the comment that she is
indefinitely suspended. Yep.
Which we know she's going to show up tonight. Because guess what? Indefinitely means next week.
And then we get to the main event, which
I have to take a pause. You feel free.
What am I going to go over? What is there to go over? Really?
Trick being a douchebag.
So
I mean, it was a great match.
We get to the main event. Trick Williams versus Joe Hendry versus Mike Santana. And what was a great match was derailed by this absolute jackass, Frank Kazarian. Because he comes down there. He joins the commentary team. He's down there,
Yep, just to interfere in the middle of the match.
Making fun of Joe Hendry, making fun of Mike Santana, saying, basically just down there sucking Trick's dick the entire time. And then, where is it? I know it's in here somewhere. That's right. Hendry manages to plant Trick Williams with a standing ovation, and he's about to win the TNA World title, but Kazarian yanks the referee out of the ring. Then the referee ejects him from ringside. Then they get back to it. Santana hits Hendry with the rolling buck 50, a cannonball in the corner. Hendry manages to turn the tide with a standing ovation, but it's not enough to keep him down. And then it looks like Trick is injured on the outside.
This is something we're going to bring up later, too.
I'll let you check your ass.
What, the Trick is a fucking douchebag?
Yeah, I'll let you check your ass
Yeah.
while I finish my crack.
He does not have crack, okay?
No. Please.
It's flavor ice. Do not, under no circumstance, I'm going to tell you this before we get back into this. Never, ever go to Sam's or Costco, wherever you're at, ours is Sam's, and buy a 200 thing of flavor ice and say, oh, don't worry, it'll last all week or all summer. Because we still have a lot, but I'm going to bet by the time we go back shopping, the beginning of next month, it's going to be at least 90% gone, if not all the way.
Yeah.
So it's literally lasted a month. Because the thing is, like, they're just bad. Anyway.
They're bad juju.
But Trick's hurting on the outside, and I caught it, and I didn't say nothing, and I told you I noticed it. Mm-hmm. They didn't take Trick to the back.
No.
He's standing there, like, no,
He's a lying sack of shit.
I got it. I'll do it in a minute. I'll do it in a minute. And you can see him like talking to the rest, and they're trying to coach him to the back, and he ain't doing it.
He wasn't having it.
And then Santino hits 2 spin the blocks on Hendry, and right as he's getting ready to pin him, suddenly Trick Williams is magically healed, runs in the ring, pushes Santino out, or Santino, I'm doing the U thing. Mm-hmm. Santana out to the floor and pins Hendry. And he retains his title. And then he's sitting there tapping his leg like, see, it's still good. Mm-hmm. Like,
you lying sack of shit.
That was the only way you could keep that title, was to let them beat the hell out of each other.
After Frankie already saved your ass, by the way.
Yeah.
I always say this. Just put him in a fucking steel cage. If we always get this random bullshit, just put him in a steel cage. You can't get interference then.
You want to join the rest of the class?
Anyway.
Anyway.
On to Raw.
Which...
CM Punk comes out to the ring.
Well, before we deal with that, I do want to say that they're getting better.
They are.
Mm-hmm. They are getting
I'm not
better.
going to say that they are the best
Exactly.
that we've ever gotten, but they definitely are better than what we've been used to over the past couple months. I think the past couple weeks have been some of the best ones we've had for Raw since NXT, or not NXT, but since Netflix.
Yeah, I agree.
So anyway,
I'll let you take your boy.
All right, we get CM Punk come down to the ring, and he's like, "Hold on."
Oh yeah, go try balls.
Yeah, go get. Well, you put them up somewhere. Where did you put mine?
Put them on where you told me to put them on the
Table.
I got it.
Well, I gotta grab them regardless. Earlier, I got.
Okay.
I got my eyes.
You see what I gotta deal with here?
I got my eyes.
Exactly.
Well, I could read
He'd lose
it.
his head if it
I
wasn't
could read
attached.
it, but it takes way too much concentration.
Read it. Just put on your eyeballs.
And read.
Before I say something stupid.
Oh, so you're just gonna talk?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I love this. I love this. We're so amazing together. It's great.
I know, right?
It is great to be alive on Monday night in Houston. Is it great to be alive on Monday night in Houston, Texas, or what? Houston, I'm happy to be here. It's lovely to see all you. When I came back, I had a couple of goals. Main event WrestleMania, become WWE Heavyweight Champion. One of those things I've done. The other, I'm still working on. It's around here sometimes you get sidetracked. Sometimes people take things personally. But all the distractions are on the back burner. And I can now focus on the goal of being world champion. Last week, I won a gauntlet match. Made me #1 contender to Gunther's World Heavyweight Championship. Now, all nicknames aside, Gunther is one of the best wrestlers in the world. I'm looking very, very forward to lacing them up and locking up with Gunther. I can't promise a win, ladies and gentlemen, but with all you cheering me like you do, and hand on that screen, everybody sitting at home watching on Netflix, if you're going to be there live in New Jersey at SummerSlam, I can promise you that I will leave it all in the ring. I will not quit. I will give you everything that I have. I look at Gunther and I see one of the best wrestlers in the world, Intercontinental Champion for 666 days, on his second run with the Heavyweight Championship, and I only got 2 weeks to prepare for this beast. But that's when I remembered. Oh, wait a second. You've been training for this your entire life. You are prepared. You are CM Punk. So Gunther, and whatever fans he has, understand, I'm not just another wrestler. I'm not just another challenger. I am the best in the world.
And of course, Gunther's not gonna just sit back and let him
Nope.
talk his shit. He comes down the ring and he says, "Well, first of all, I'm very excited to hear that. Well, let's get to the chase then, Punk."
Hold on, wait. Was he? Was he excited? Because we talked about that, I think, last week.
Yeah, I don't think he was. I think he wanted to go against Braun Breaker.
Because he had that look of like
Yeah, exactly.
the defeated.
I'm
Yeah, like,
sorry. I think
disappoint-
that would have been a better match.
I'll agree, absolutely. But
Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm not out here to throw insults at you. I did not come out here to create any drama. But let me point out some similarities here. We're both here for the same reason. Not to make friends, but to make money and win championships. Excuse me. You consider yourself the best in the world. I consider myself the best in the world. You've got a massive ego and you've been away for 10 years. Every week they chanted your name, so I don't blame you for it. I got a massive ego, but Punk, the thing is, my ego is justified. Because unlike yours, it's not based on what they think. That's worthless. My ego is based on results. And you just listed all my accolades, but it's very simple. The best in the world is the man that holds the World Heavyweight Championship. I only focus on what happens after the bell rings. Punk, and at SummerSlam, that bell will ring, and when it does, I'm going to make you regret that you ever stepped foot into a professional wrestling ring. I'm gonna maul you. I'm gonna push you around. I'm gonna choke you out. I'm gonna drop you like a wet towel. And when you're gonna wake up, staring at the lights, realizing I was right. You will never be a world heavyweight champion. You will never be best in the world. But you know what? At least you got those degenerates chanting for you for the rest of your life.
You know, I'm a Punk fan. I've always been, always will be. But I'm a Gunther fan too.
Yeah.
And, you know, as much as I want to say that he was wrong, he's not.
Yeah, he's not.
I mean, everything he said, again,
It's true.
is true.
Mm-hmm.
Like it or not, love it, hate it, whatever. It's true. I mean, where
Yep,
he's like,
exactly.
I'm holding the title. That makes me the best. Technically, it does.
Yeah?
And you know what? He's right. Punk has every right to be exactly what the ego and everything that he has. Because we've all chanted his name for 10 years in WWE. And he came back, and they're still chanting his name. And you know, as much as I disagree with what Gunther says with that, he's right. You don't need the crowd. Because here's the thing, it goes back to what we learned in LRG. Love him or hate him. You're still booing him, which is making him popular.
Yep.
Or you're cheering for him, which is making him popular.
Yep.
And here's the thing.
Exactly.
I do not want to see Gunther by no means get punched in the face.
No.
Okay? I want to see him get punched in the face, but figuratively, as in, like, I want him to be defeated.
Challenge.
Yeah. I want him to be defeated. If Punk's going to go in there, and here's the thing.
It needs to be a good fight.
I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Do I think Punk can beat Gunther? 100% no. But if he does,
no.
If he by some chance he does, I do not want it to be a Jey Uso.
No.
I don't want it to be like
1, 2, 3.
Well, no, it wasn't even the 1, 2, 3. It was, I think, the reaction we all had at Mania of what the fuck was that? Yeah.
You know what? I want to say one of these days, it's gonna be a pain in the ass because I don't remember the date of it. We need to go back and watch that match from Saturday Night Main Event. And then maybe we can just reprogram that being the match we had at WrestleMania, but Jay won instead. Because that was a great match. I believed that Jey Uso could beat Gunther in that.
And then we got the Mania, and it looked like Jay was down and out, and suddenly had this miraculous comeback, and Gunther went,
Yeah.
I quit.
Exactly.
It was an embarrassment. But no, someday we need to go back and we need to watch that match. I don't remember what Saturday Night Main Event it was.
Oh, I'm sure I could find it. It
we
would be.
We need to go back and watch that match.
We'll just pretend that was our Mania match.
Yeah, we'll pretend. We can just...
Now that Gunther's won, it might be easier.
Yeah.
Has the title back, we can just pretend that was Mania. And
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
here's to pretending. But we get a Byron Saxton interview backstage.
With Stephanie. How do you feel about your recent interaction with Chelsea Green and the Secret Service? And Stephanie says, Chelsea's not my problem. And then... Fuck, hang on. I forget this thing is so goddamn finicky. There we go. Then Naomi comes in, she joins the conversation, and she introduces herself to Stephanie.
Yeah, she's like, I don't think we've been formally introduced.
And she's like, Stephanie, you'll be facing me at Clash in Paris. After I beat Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. After I beat Rhea Ripley and Io Sky at SummerSlam. I'm going to survive. I'm going to do to you, I'm going to do what you couldn't do, and that's beat Io Sky. And since you want to be so smart,
Yeah, since you want to be so smart.
Oh, she was like, Io was dog walking you before that match got interrupted. I wouldn't let that slide. I can't wait to see you in Paris. I don't know.
And I'm just gonna say this: I do not want this match.
I don't either.
I know Naomi is probably gonna walk into Paris as champion because this is her first defense, statistically. But I still want the rematch with Io.
Yep.
We got whatever version of this was.
We got a rematch. It just once again
Didn't end fair.
Yeah.
Because you get people interfering every single time.
I want it to be a legit match.
But then we get to the first match of the night: Sheamus versus Rusev, and this is exactly what you'd expect.
Two big boys.
Two big boys beating the shit out of each other. Except this time, Sheamus manages to pick up the win after he escapes from the Accolade, gets his hand on the rope, and then he drops him. That's right. Rusev pulls down the top turnbuckle, and Rusev is just trying to stomp Sheamus' chest into his throat. And Sheamus is just like, "Come on! Give me more! Give me more!" And then he kicks Sheamus in the face. He exposes the top turnbuckle. And then he's trying to slam Sheamus' head into it. But Sheamus manages to reverse slam Rusev into it. And Rusev goes to grab Sheamus' shillelagh. But it doesn't get him very far. Sheamus hits him with the brogue kick. He picks up the victory. So now we're 1-1. I wonder, are we going to get the same 7 back and forth?
God, I hope not.
Because here's the thing. I'm going to say this. The back and forth between Carmelo Hayes and Andrade was great. Because these are two men, they are bouncy. They can fly. They can twist and turn, do counters. I'm not saying that Rusev and Sheamus would get boring. But you can only punch each other in the face so many times before it becomes a snooze fest.
Yep, exactly.
Like, these two are great. We love seeing two big boys brawling out of the center of that ring. But if it's going to be the same thing every single fight, then it's going to get very boring, very repetitive. Carmelo and Andrade stayed interesting because they were always doing new shit. They were always coming up with new counters for each other and new blah 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 blah. I don't think that's these guys' style. I think they hit you until you stop moving, and that's about the extent of it. So I'm hoping if they do have another match, it's only one.
God, I'm sorry. We don't need another repeat. But here. Oh my God, I don't even know why we were bringing. This was.
Byron has a backstage interview with El Grande Americano. You know, he's like, it's very rare that we hear from El Grande, so what are your goals here in WWE? He doesn't get to say anything. Actually, no, I think he does. I think he says something in Spanish, maybe. I don't know.
But
Dragon Lee joins in. He says that El Grande is a fake luchador. He's disrespecting the legacy of Lucha Libre. And he doesn't have the heart that I do. And then he pie faces? What does that even mean? Oh. Just headbutts him. And then they get into a brawl backstage. They have to get broken up by security.
That's us. Is that the slap? I don't know.
But we get a backstage, or we get a sneak clip of the Unreal show that is just them talking like backstage.
Yeah.
Then Lyra runs into Bayley backstage. Lyra's upset that Bayley went out on Pierce earlier in the day to make this tag team title request without giving her a heads up. Bayley tells Lyra that she made the request so they can have the tag team title match they were supposed to have at WrestleMania this year. Lyra's like, Bayley, I just beat your ass last week, and I need to focus on my Women's Intercontinental title match at SummerSlam. Bayley's like, that's water under the bridge. The game they're playing tonight is winning. And I'm glad that you got the memo about matching gear. I'll see you out there.
Mm-hmm.
So then we get not that match actually.
And then we get the second match,
The
which
New
is
Day versus the Creed Brothers with Ivy Isles versus the LWO with Dragon Lee in a triple threat match for the number one contenders.
And I was legit surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give it away right away, but this was really good. For being... And again, I don't understand the inconsistency.
Yeah, the flippy, fourthy, back and forth bullshit. Because this time, 3 men are allowed in the ring at the same time.
If we're going to have a rule, make it a rule. If we're going to have a match, make it a match. Don't make it, oh, well, okay, this time y'all have to tag in. Oh, wait, no, this time you don't.
It's very, very
Exactly.
strange.
It's very
It seems to be only...
complicated.
It's weird, because it seems to be only in fatal four-ways where it's...
But why?
I know, it doesn't make any sense. But it's... I don't know.
What is one more person? I mean, technically, wouldn't that... I mean, I guess it gives you an extra corner, but still, like...
I don't fucking know, man. I have no clue. I wish I could tell you. I genuinely wish I could tell you, but I cannot.
It's confusing to me. Anyway.
But yeah, this is a...
Yeah, exactly.
This is a
It
pretty
makes
good
no
match.
sense.
Yeah.
For being
Right.
only the second match of the night, you
It
want to
was
join?
good.
You want to join the okay?
But yeah, the LWO managed to pick up the victory with the a roll up actually. So they're gonna be the number one contenders going against the Judgment Day. For some reason, I wanted to say the War Raiders, but it's not. We haven't seen the War Raiders, and I don't even know how long.
Yeah,
Since
we
they
haven't
lost
seen-
the titles.
Exactly.
Another one's kind of just.
Been
Went-
back to the ether.
But I think the part that we gotta get to is Kofi and Xavier are just flipping out.
Oh yeah, they're still in mourning. You gotta remember.
Is that what we're calling that?
Exactly.
I think they're in the anger stage now, or was that the first one? I don't know. Anyway,
But it did get to. You did miss some stuff in there. Dragon Lee gets pulled out of the ring by El Grande, or off the apron.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dragon Lee's not in the match.
Yeah.
But yeah, that does happen.
Yeah, I believe he comes out there.
Just as like backup, since
Yeah.
they have Ivy Niles and to be supportive or whatever.
And El Grande grabs him from the apron,
Yeah, they start
And then-
fighting.
and
Yep.
then Americano starts arguing with the Creed. And here's the thing: he starts arguing with the Creed brothers. They're calling him fake and everything else, and I don't know what this whole story.
I don't think they know. I think they're just throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. I'm gonna be completely
Yep,
honest.
I think so too.
I think they wanted to keep this running, and then Chad Gable got hurt, and they're like, well, if El Grande Americano isn't here when Chad Gable gets hurt, then it confirms it was Chad Gable. I don't fuck. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. I don't know. I really don't.
But yeah. Then like I said, LWO wins, and
Yeah,
the New Day are.
flipping their shit.
Yep.
So obviously they're gonna try something. But then we have the Kabuki Warriors wishing Io Sky good luck in her women's world title match at SummerSlam. Stephanie Vakir walks up and she says that if Io wins, they'll meet at Clash in Paris. Then we'll figure out who really would have won that match on the Raw after WrestleMania in Las Vegas. And Io's looking forward to it. Io says that she had Stephanie beat, and Stephanie's like, we don't have to wait for Paris. And she proceeds. Io challenges Stephanie.
Yeah, we can
To
do
a
that
match.
tonight.
And we get it for later on tonight. Then Adam.
I love this too. This was great. Adam Pearce, you see him talking to Dom, and he's like, "Look, your evaluation
Yep.
today.
You're coming to medical.
You're
with
coming
me.
to medical with me now." And he's like, "No, no, 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 no,
I
no."
have to be at Raquel and Roxanne's ringside.
He's like, "They can handle it. They're big girls."
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, they need me."
Yeah.
And he backs up, doesn't he?
Yeah, into AJ, who is in janitor gear, and Dominic's like, "I'm not cleared," and AJ's like, "By the time that I'm done mopping, you better be cleared."
Mm-hmm.
Then he bumps into the New Day, and he's like, "Calm," and they're freaking the fuck out. And he's like, "Calm down, it's wet. I don't want you to slip." And they are losing their shit. Woods is complaining about Pierce, how he ruined the tag team division. There's another El Grande Americana running around. You know, the New Day are the greatest tag team of all time. They need to do something to restore order to this division. They needed an advantage.
And then Waller shows up.
And he says that Austin Theory is A-Town down. He got himself injured, therefore A-Town Down Under has disbanded. I'm your new ace.
And you know what? I hope... I want to see it end on camera. I hope this isn't the end of it, but I think this is how they're ending it.
Probably.
But I want to... You saw them cracking, and to have this be how they end it, that Austin Theory gets
I think he's
injured.
gonna come back.
Oh, yeah, but to have them end it that way, that Austin Theory now comes back and sees this or whatever, like, so we're disbanded? We never discussed this.
Exactly.
Type thing. I think that is going to be... I don't like that idea.
I don't either, but I think it's going to be
It's going to be what we get.
Yep.
And then we get Becky Lynch.
She comes down to the ring, and the crowd is chanting for her. And she's like, no, you don't get to do that. No, hey, no. You put some appreciation on my name.
But they're calling her Becky Hogan.
Oh, that's right. I shouldn't even be here tonight. I should be in New York at the premiere for my new movie, Happy Gilmore 2, streaming on Netflix, July 25th. But instead, I'm in Houston, Texas. But that's what leaders do. We don't always do what we want to do. We do what we have to do. And I have to address some important business. At Evolution, I had the slickest victory of all time. People are calling it the slickest victory of all time. It's not just me calling it that. Other people are calling it. I love this. This has become her new thing. Like, oh, I'm the greatest women's wrestler of all time. It's not just me calling me that. Other people are calling me that too. It's so dumb, but I love it so much.
Make herself justified, I guess.
Yeah. But other people are calling it that. But I did what I said I was going to do. I won, and I held everybody down. But at least I was honest about it, unlike Lyra Valkyria, who spent months, she's been crying about how I was a thief of opportunities. And yet, what is she doing right now? She's bogarting. Yeah. She's bogarting all the opportunity to this title. And not only that, but she has an opportunity to win the tag team titles tonight. Like, how greedy can you be? Who needs 2 titles? I mean, of course, when I walked out of MetLife Stadium, the home of SummerSlam, as Becky 2 belts, that was different. That was revolutionary. That was groundbreaking. Her intentions are purely selfish. But as the leader of this division, that all ends now. Lyra, come out here. Lyra, we're 1 for 1 in singles in competition. I have brought out the best of you. I have made you a star. But that free ride ends. The trilogy ends at SummerSlam. Now, the last time we went one-on-one, I said if I lost to you, I would never challenge you for this title ever again. Well, we know how that ended. But now I extend that same challenge to you. When you lose at SummerSlam, you can never challenge for this title.
Oh, yeah, because again, when she tells her to come out here, Lyra's music hits.
Yeah, she comes out.
And then Lyra comes out, or she's in the ring, and she's like, you know what? I'm learning, Becky. Every time I think I've dealt with you with a problem, it seems to come back to haunt me. But maybe my problem is I never take it quite far enough. So I accept your terms. Here's mine. No countouts. No disqualifications. There must be a winner.
Fine.
See you at SummerSlam.
Okay, hey. before you go, you have done nothing but disrespect me for months. You will not disrespect the gravitas of this match. This is the most important match that this title will ever have because it will determine the future of this championship. So, you'll respect this match and you will respect me. Once again, I will be the bigger person and ask you to shake my hand.
And Becky holds her hand out.
And Lyra's like, okay, fine. She goes to shake her hand. Becky tries to attack her, and Lyra's like, bitch, please. Ducks it, and then hits her with her own move, the manhandle slam, to close this segment out.
And then we finally get the third match.
The Judgment Day with Dominic Mysterio versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. And this goes as exactly as you would expect it.
Dom was obviously hurt. Oh.
Yeah.
Dom getting involved in every opportunity.
But
and of course,
I do like the towards the end. It was pretty funny.
Oh, that's right. Bayley goes with a knee lift, and Raquel inadvertently kicks Dominic Mysterio in the face. Then Valkyria nails her with the Wrecking Ball drop kick. She misfires a clothesline. Bayley hits a diving face plant, and Dominic is receiving medical attention ringside.
And all you see is this guy, and they pan the camera, and you see
AJ Styles delivering CPR. Dominic gets the fuck out of Dodge immediately. He runs away like a little bitch. Then Becky Lynch comes out. She yanks Lyra off the ring apron. She throws her under the steel steps. Then there's a roll-up exchange in the ring. Bayley goes for a belly-to-back suplex, but Perez lands on her feet. She tags in Raquel. Then
Raquel.
Yeah, Bayley hits the belly-to-belly, but Rodriguez plants her with the Tahana bomb. So they retain their WWE Women's Tag Team Championships.
And then we get Jackie Redmond backstage talking with Sami Zayn.
And he's like, I'm not at 100%, but this issue with Karrion Kross has dragged on for far too long. It is one thing for me to deal with Karrion's cryptic rhetoric, but he's now actively getting in the way of my goals. I missed out on the opportunity to participate in last week's SummerSlam Gauntlet match. I'm ready to finish things with Kross right now. Then we get a video recap of Roman Reigns getting destroyed after WrestleMania.
We find out all the podcasts that are going on this week. We get Nikki Bella on What Do You Want to Talk About?
Yeah, Shawn Michaels will be appearing on 6 Feet Under with The Undertaker. Jelly Roll will be a special guest on Stephanie McMahon's What's Your Story? Dominic Mysterio is backstage. He's freaking the fuck out. Like, have you guys seen AJ? Have you guys seen AJ? He's been stalking me all week. And Finn's like, calm down.
And then Pierce walks up. He's like, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
To medical now.
Yeah. Either you give me that Intercontinental Championship or you get your evaluation right now.
Yep.
Then we go on to Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross with Scarlett.
Bordeaux.
Yeah. And this was a pretty good match. It was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't the best, but it was good.
But it
Decent.
ends how you'd expect.
I think this needs to be, I'm not saying SummerSlam because I realize that's not time, but this needs to be like a pay-per-view ending, and it needs to be...
It's not going to. It's going to end like a Monday Night Raw. You already know.
Exactly.
This needs to end like epically. And here's what I don't see happening, but I wish would happen. That Sammy, I know he's like, Kross was right, blah, 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 whatever. Mm-hmm. What Kross was wanting him to say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he needs to say it, but I think definitely like having him team with Kross or side with Kross, whatever, would be kind of cool to see the dark side of Sammy. We've seen it, but I think having him team up with Kross, we could see a dark side, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't think that's what we're gonna get.
No, I agree. And
I
then
don't
we
either,
cut
but-
backstage to AJ Styles talking to Adam Pearce, waiting
Well, we
outside.
didn't even say how this match ended.
Oh, Karrion wins.
Yes, with a steel pipe after Scarlett distracts
yeah.
him.
That
yeah.
that was just all weird. I don't know
What?
the like grabbing the pipe and I don't know.
He's just attacking the ribs.
Yeah.
So I mean.
But AJ Styles and Adam Pearce are back by medical, and the doctor comes out and Pearce is like, "So what's the result?" It's like, "I still got some stuff to do. I got to finalize everything before I can give you any official announcement."
And then Dominic comes up from behind and clocks AJ in the back of the skull with the Intercontinental Championship. And he's like, "Guess what, AJ? I'm cleared. I'll see you at SummerSlam."
And all I gotta say is, Dom's gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, he is.
Dom's gonna get fucked up.
Is he though?
Yes.
Is he?
Yes.
Well, unless something happens.
Unless.
Do they got one more? Yeah, they got one more.
One more week. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait till next week.
Yep. Unless, heaven forbid, well, Finn Balor gets interferes in it, like always.
Then we get the fifth match of the night: Io Sky versus Stephanie.
Wait. Am I right? Let me double check. I think I'm right. Yes, I'm right. AKA the main event.
Yes. But of course, that's not actually the main event because.
Okay, it is the main event match.
Yeah. But anyway.
Because Roman Reigns is an egotistical prick.
Once again, phenomenal match until it's not.
Yep.
Like, this match is so damn good.
Yeah,
Chelsea Green has to ruin it. I'm sorry, it's actually not Chelsea Green.
It's the Hurtus, but yes.
I thought it was.
Nope.
You're right. It was the Herbus.
Oh yeah, no. Vakir gets distracted by the Secret Hervis. Then Chelsea attacks him from behind. The Secret Hervis gang up on Vakir, but Sky hits Chelsea with a missile drop kick. Then she drops fire with a shote. Then they both drop kick Niven out of the floor. But then Naomi comes in, she shoves Sky into Vakir, and she starts choking Sky out. Then Rhea Ripley comes out, she drops Niven with a big boot. She headbutts Alba Fire, throws fire into steel steps, super kicks Naomi, hits her with a face plant. Sky hits Green with a roundhouse kick, and then Rhea plants her with the Riptide.
And then Stephanie technically wins via disqualification. But here's my thing. We're not getting it for SummerSlam.
No.
We're not getting it for Clash in Paris. But
No.
I think we're going to get a one-off Raw.
Yeah.
3 versus 3.
6-woman tag team, which still isn't going to end evenly because Naomi's still there.
Yeah, but
But then we get to the do we have to cover it moment.
This genuinely pissed me off. Not even I'm not talking about Roman Reigns. I'm talking about Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman comes out there with Braun Breaker, with Bronson Reed. He says, "I never want to be disrespectful or rude, but you're off to a bad start."
When he comes down, he starts off with the, "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
I stand before you tonight, the future of the entire industry, Braun Breaker and Big Bronson Reed. Now, before he comes out, I have a lot of things I need to get off my chest." And then Roman Reigns music starts, and now you can.
He says, "I never want to be disrespectful or rude, but you're off to a bad start with me tonight. I apologize. I don't ever want to be where it seems like I would be disrespectful or rude, like someone born in Texas. But so that you know, Seth Rollins is going to be out of action for a long, long time. And that opens up leadership void over here, which means if you think about it, we can fix this. We can put this back together. And look, who and what comes along with me. Because deep in your heart, we're far better together than we are opposed. You will always be my family because I love you, my tribal chief.
And then Roman.
This pissed me off so bad.
Let's just put that on pause. There's one thing I forgot to do. H-Town. Acknowledge me. Blech.
So, Houston, what was he talking about? You want me to lead? A few years ago, I would have said those were wise words from a wise man, but you're not a wise more anymore. You're just a dumbass. Then Braun Breaker steps up, and Roman says, "Easy now, Junior, easy now. Sit under the learning tree and write this down, because he's about to do the same thing to you as he did to me. Because in a few years, when you're the man around here, he's going to take all the credit. That's what you're trying to do with me, right? You see, Houston, I've heard of a lot of people try to take responsibility for creating the tribal chief. But I can tell you firmly, it wasn't him. The only reason I'm the tribal chief is because they still acknowledge me. Oh, you're damn right. The OTC was a champion, too. The greatest champion to ever step foot in this ring. And I will say, this man had a part of that, but he didn't have any part in me keeping that title. No, look at him. I mean, come on now. No. The Usos did. Solo did. Sammy even helped out. I knew he would love that one. But yeah, I lost that title. I did. It only took 4 years, but I lost it. But then you told everybody that I took my tail and I went off and did whatever. But no. I went home to continue to raise the future bloodline. Which brings me to family. You see, when you talk about the bloodline, that's all it is. It's family. You see, the dumbass here, he thought we were just another faction or something. Or we were just some wrestling group. No, you could create those, but you couldn't create the bloodline. That's God's work. With all that, I ain't gonna say it again. Back it up, son. But you want to know something? None of that really bothers me. You really want to know what bothers me? You really want to know what's get under my skin? You used to be just a family. You used to be just a friend to our family. You were just a business partner. I made you a part of our family. You were chosen family to me. I gave you responsibility. And what do? You're damn right. He threw it all away. He threw it all away. You want to know what he threw it all away for? He threw it away for a best friend. Someone that he hadn't even talked to in over a decade. And you betrayed me and my family for him? No. Don't ever come out here. This is what the history buffs really need to understand. Don't ever come out here and say, I ruined the bloodline. I didn't ruin the bloodline. This dumbass did.
And then Braun Breaker steps up.
Before we get to that, what the fuck is he talking about?
What do you mean?
The fuck is he... What is he smoking? What crack did he take before he came out here and said this bullshit?
Is he wrong?
Yes!
Okay.
We've gone over this several times. You are the one that walked away. You are the one that let the bloodline fall into shambles. And then you want to come back like 6 months later at fucking... What was it?
Yeah.
War Games, Survivor Series, whatever the fuck. And want to come back and become the OTC again and take out the new bloodline. You're just mad that because someone stepped up to take over your crap ass position after you fucking left. You want to say, "Oh, I want."
How do you feel?
But yes, because he's a little bitch.
But anyway, I agree. Braun Breaker steps up, and he's like, "Listen to me, Roman. Get this through your thick skull. Look around. We don't want you here anymore. You're yesterday's news. You're the old dog. Hell, you weren't relevant 5 years ago. So that was your prime. You're just taking a spot standing in my ring. And I'm glad that you take this off. And I'm glad that you don't take this offer. Because I know that Paul won't stab me in the back. You want to know why? I hold value in this place. You're worthless. I'm the big dog now. I'm the top dog now. I'm the future of WWE. I'm the man around here. So do what you do best, Roman. Turn around and leave.
Then Roman says, I gotta be completely honest. I didn't hear any of that trash you just said. I honestly don't think your microphone was working. If you need to say it again, please use mine. And then he tosses him the microphone, he hits him with a Superman punch, and then they start fighting. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker beat him up, and then Jimmy Uso comes out, and
which we'll get to later.
They beat him up. They send him packing with their tails between their legs. And this, I know, I say it almost every goddamn week. Why did they make Bronson Reed
look like a bitch?
He's just a security guard. He holds no more power than a security guard would coming down there. He gets punched one time and he is Superman at the beginning of the movie. After one fucking punch, it's embarrassing.
Well, I'm sure he had more than one punch.
You get the point.
But yes.
He takes a Superman punch and a spear from one of Roman Reigns, and he's on the ground with 15 broken ribs, a punctured pancreas, and all this other bullshit. It's embarrassing. It's genuinely embarrassing. But anyway, now we can move on to Discord.
Discord.
There's not a lot to go over, but there is a lot of shit that pisses me the fuck off. So
I do it on purpose.
A lot of people are saying that Seth Rollins' injury is a work. He's not actually hurt. He might have had a minor injury, and that's why he's not on television. He's taking time to heal, and he's coming back at SummerSlam, which is an absolute sack of shit. And the reason I say this is because this just makes it look fake. When people do get hurt all the time. Kevin Owens is out right now with a neck injury. Liv Morgan is out right now with a shoulder injury. They are actually hurt. They are actually out of action. And to have, I don't know if it is fake. I hope it's not. Not because I want Seth Rollins to be hurt. I don't want anyone in this industry to ever be hurt. But because to fake an injury, especially when we've had two superstars legitimately be hurt within the past 6 months and have to take actual time off, is unbelievably disrespectful in my opinion. And they can disagree, they can say it's show business, but that's a load of horse shit.
And he has been known for knee problems.
Exactly. So, if this is a work, it's fucking disgusting. He was reportedly planning to cash in at SummerSlam against CM Punk and Gunther. The card originally was scheduled Cena and Rhodes as the second night main event. I don't really have to pull this up because things.
Spectrum is great.
And at the time there was the talk of possibility adding a stipulation that has not been determined yet. Gunther versus CM Punk was going to be headline night 1, and then with Rollins cashing in. I hope it doesn't, because if it does, that means this was a work, and I fucking hate that. Nikki Bella says if you're interested in Brie Bella returning, just keep tuning in. So she's obviously going to return sometime soon.
Yep.
And this is just fucking miserable. If you want to see this, you're a fucking idiot. Here's the thing. I've seen.
Why we look at Jericho's 54?
Yeah. So he might, because he's, as far as I know, he's been in the ring. Like, he's been there weekly for the past however long. As opposed to Goldberg, who hasn't been in a ring in 10 years. So if you want to see this match, you're a fucking idiot. Because you're literally watching two almost 60-year-olds get into the ring together. If you want to see this match, go and watch Undertaker versus Stone Cold and tell me how that worked out for you.
Undertaker versus Goldberg, you mean?
Was it? I thought it was Stone Cold.
No, it was Goldberg.
Point proven. Look how that turned out. It wasn't good. It was terrible, in fact. This is not going to be anybody. John Cena's never beaten Roman Reigns, and I didn't even know they had 11 matches together. I'll be completely honest. I didn't know they ever stepped foot.
Oh no, they have, but I don't know if it's 11. I mean,
Okay,
yes.
I guess so. Do you think they could have one last match? Why? God, I hope not. I hope not. So desperately. Because the only reason this would happen, they would have one final match, is if Roman Reigns was going after the world title. And that's a load of horse shit. You don't get to come back after however many months it's been. After you've had, what? 3 or 4 appearances this entire year, and then get a title shot?
Even John Cena's beating him in an appearance.
Exactly!
And we had a countdown. Oh.
Rhea Ripley has been in this spot for quite some time. You can't reposition someone to a spot they're already in. Stephanie McKeer and Nikki in a tag team match to face the Secret Service. Like we said, probably with Rhea Ripley, probably a 6-woman tag team match. Apparently Becky Lynch versus Bayley was originally the plan for SummerSlam, but they changed it to Lyra. So, I mean, I'm kind of glad they've done that, because we've seen Becky versus Bayley several times already. We've seen them too, but it's only been twice.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how it goes. Brie Bella said that I need to get a little more time, but I'm almost ready to come back into the ring. So. Bye.
Yeah, they're already having words between each other on social media. So it's going to wind up being a thing at SummerSlam.
Bailey's going to get into a rivalry with fucking
Cardi B.
Yeah,
Cardi B.
Why?
Exactly. I don't.
And Clash in Paris will have Cardi B versus Bayley.
Probably.
You laugh. You laugh. And yet, the sad thing is...
I'm right.
Probably.
No. That's why I'm laughing.
There's no probably to it.
That's why I'm laughing.
I mean, because you already got
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll versus
Anyway.
the other
Hey,
freaking person.
Mania will be Travis Scott versus Jelly Roll.
Stop talking. Stop saying... You know what? Your speaking privileges have been revoked for the rest of the day.
Yep.
Anyway, Nikki Bella
Exactly.
got Io Sky to record a video for Bree's son at Evolution. Apparently, he's a big Io Sky fan, so you know that kid's gonna cherish that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
100%.
yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm not
100.
allowed to talk.
Nope, they've been revoked. Anyway, I didn't actually know this. Naomi has won a championship every single year since 2020. The tag team championships in 2022, since 2022. The TNA World Championship in 2023, the Tag Team Champions again in 2024, and this year, 2025, she's been both the Money in the Bank winner and the Women's World Champion. Good for her, man. She's been making bank. You already know. We get more on this later, so I'm not going to go over that. Just stop. Stop. Nobody wants this. Not a single fucking soul. CM Punk says the only two things AJ Lee and himself don't do good together is working and working out. It's really the perfect relationship. Fair enough. No offense to Travis Scott, but WWE needs a better theme song. They say name a song. I don't know. I don't listen to music, so I could not name one if I tried. Do you two have any suggestions?
I think we already had the best, and they got rid of it.
What was that?
Still, it's legendary.
Yep.
You'll get into that later.
Yeah, we got more. Like I said, if this is a work, I'm going to be so pissed. And the sad thing is, I'm pretty sure it is. But here's the thing. Because here's the worst part about it. If it's a work, not only are they lying about Seth Rollins being injured, they made it seem like Seth Rollins was a fucking saint in the process. Because he was supposed to beat LA Knight, and then decided
That was the story, but
yeah, that was great. I loved that. But if I find out that's bullshit and that was always the fucking plan, it's
bogus.
It pissed me off. Yeah, he's supposed to come back and win the title.
We're not going to cover that because that was originally planned for...
Eric Bischoff says that he believes TNA could overtake AEW as the number 2 by this time next year. They're one deal away from being a major player. If they get a broadcast partner, the right broadcast situation, watch them take off. And I absolutely agree. It's only a matter of time. And we didn't actually watch this one. Is this a video?
I don't remember, but it's basically her just talking about how she got a standing ovation at Evolution.
Which was very, very cool. I enjoyed it. TNA needs to invade WWE now. Both TNA World Championships are currently being held by WWE wrestlers. I absolutely agree. Like I said, you know what? You've invaded us. You've taken our titles. Now it's our turn to take yours.
And here's what we were talking about. We're not going to watch the video because it is a couple minutes, like a minute or two long. But this is, if you want to see this,
it's on the Discord. It's the first, like 10 seconds where they're just back there chit-chatting, having a good time, and the guy's like, okay, we're going live in 3, 2, 1. And then they're fucking losing their shit. Yeah. They go from 0 to 100. They crank that bitch up to 11 real quick. Then we get this.
It's official.
A whole nother pissing contest.
Yeah, pretty much. That's literally all this is.
Oh, I'm bigger than you. I'm better than you.
Yeah. I mean, like, here's the thing.
These two, Breaker and Reed, should not even be remotely losing this match, but they will.
I'm going to disagree. I think if this was normal, I don't know how to word it other than that. Normal. This would be a phenomenal fucking match. Like, Jey Uso and Roman Reigns, I might not like them, but they are both great in-ring competitors. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, both great in-ring competitors. However, Bronson Reed, for whatever fucking reason, went from here and just... and now he's all the way fucking down here.
My point.
Yep. Exactly.
Honestly, I'm going to say this. I don't think Bronson Reed might as well not even be in this fucking match.
Well, here's my point to it.
And besides that, you know, Solo Sikoa's going to interfere.
No, I don't think Solo's going to interfere.
No,
not during
I'm
this.
pretty sure doesn't he have a match? Does he not?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he does.
We'll find out later.
But yeah, this... The rivalry between Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn is not over. There's a third match. Like I said, I hope it's the final match. Because as much as I enjoy this rivalry, once again...
It's been a very good rivalry.
You can only
I want to see it end with Kross and Sami joining forces.
You can only have the same
Maybe
match.
even taking on the tag titles.
Yep.
We're not getting that.
Oh,
I
bet we
said I
do.
can hope.
You
Okay?
can
I bet
hope.
we do.
You can hope.
And I thought this was funny.
WWE released the official contract for John Cena and Cody Rhodes. The Cena signature is definitely not legal.
I don't know what that is, but...
Then again, I don't think any of this is legal. Like, I don't think you can just write your fucking initials in cursive and have that count as a signature. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe WWE is different. But I don't think either of these are legal.
The reason I think they posted this, and here's my opinion on this. The reason I think this got posted wasn't the fact that they showed... Because they've never shown contract signings before. I think this is going to wind up being at least a story for a week or two that we have until then. Maybe even up into SummerSlam, like him coming out, being like, you know what, my lawyers have looked over it. I'm not wrestling.
Maybe.
Yep, exactly.
That could be kind of silly.
But here is the complete rundown. You do probably have to pop this up. I'm not sure how many matches are official on there, but this is the full card as we sit right now. I'm sure we'll get the graphics here in the next day or two, which we'll probably go over
on SmackDown.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll get another match or so.
We have Cena versus Cody in a street fight. Oh, right, I forgot he mentioned that. We have Gunther versus CM Punk. Naomi versus Io versus Rhea Ripley. Then we have Roman and Jay versus the Bronsons. I guess that's a name for them. Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed.
Braun.
I guess that makes sense.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
Lyra versus Becky 4. I think there's only... Well, if we're counting the triple threat match. Tiffany versus Jade Cargill. That match I'm excited for. That's right, he does have a match. In a steel cage.
Oh, that's right. Lock up. Remember, you like cages so much?
Mm-hmm. You're going to be locked inside. Ooh. Of course, we know the HTM is still going to get involved.
And I did that on... I didn't post... I did correct one.
Raquel and Roxanne versus Bliss and Charlotte. AJ versus Dom. And then Randy and Jelly Roll versus Drew and Logan.
I did correct one. It might have been... No, that's not posted. That's posted. But I did correct one. It might be on one of the other ones.
And I'm going to agree with this 100%. The current 4 horsemen of WWE.
Like you said, I still think Jade should be in there somewhere.
What is she? I'm not disagreeing. But compared to what these 4 have done for the women's division, she has not done as much. And I'm not saying that's her fault. That's just simply how WWE has ran the last few years. These 4 have done the most for women's wrestling within the past few years.
I don't know. Like I said, I still think, and we discussed it a little bit earlier, I see your point in it, but another year or two, and that list is going to change.
Oh, yeah. It's always changing.
Because you're going to put 2 more, if they do them right, at the top.
Oh, absolutely. But
Yep.
I don't think they are, considering we haven't seen Julia in over a fucking month. She won the title and then Shadow Realm.
But anyway, okay.
Apparently, Goldberg broke his hand during his retirement match against Gunther. Who could have... Look, I'm not trying to be an ass. Goldberg is probably a great guy. I didn't want him to get hurt. However, what did you expect getting into the ring with a man in his prime at 60 years old? Genuinely. You have not been in the ring in over a decade, and you got into a ring with a man half your age, well, actually, a little, like 2/3 your age, whatever. Point still stands. You got into a ring with a man
in his prime.
In his prime, at the top of his game. What did you expect to happen? You have not stepped. You're not the Hardys. You're not Chris Jericho.
We've been doing this since then.
Yeah, you've not been doing. If he had been staying in the ring up until this point, maybe I would believe that match against him and Gunther. Maybe I would even believe him somehow beating Gunther.
Yeah.
But he's not been in the ring for over a decade. I don't know what anyone expected to happen, honestly.
Exactly.
Like I said, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I didn't want him to get hurt. I hope he recovers swiftly. But what did we expect?
Exactly.
These are John Cena's upcoming advertisements. August 1st, August 3rd, August 8th, August 22nd, August 29th, August 31st, September 5th, September 15th, October 11th, and November 29th. And of course, we have December 13th, which is...
Well, I think it's the 13th.
Yes, his final appearance. TV. And I find this...
He liked this video, or he liked this picture for different reasons. But again, the point that I did this for was simply what we say.
Yeah, it's who is it? Stephanie, Stephanie, Roxanne, Jey Uso, Lyra, Bailey, and the ref Danilo
Yeah.
out at a pub drinking together.
These guys are. You got Lyra and Bailey, who are enemies. Raquel and Stephanie, who have fought several times in NXT and upwards. And they're like, hey, let's go get a drink.
Yeah. But I love this picture because, to me anyway, and I could be wrong, this looks like a fan came up and took this photo. It's like, hey, I saw you guys here. Do you guys mind if I get a photo? And they're all like, yeah, sure. Like, you can see Jimmy didn't even try. He's just like,
Is it Jay?
Is it?
Yeah, that's Jay.
Yeah, Jay, sorry. But he's just like, man, I'm just trying to get a fucking drink. Like, he's so done with the day. And they all put on their... And maybe it's just me, but these look like... At least Stephanie's here look like the... Smile for the camera, the plastered on, like, yeah, we're trying to be nice, you know, you're fans, that's awesome, but we're just trying to enjoy our fucking food and have a drink.
Fair enough. And that's why I say, guys, give them their privacy, though, too.
Yeah.
And this is a little quick video I thought was kind of funny. Hanging out, but they're not friends.
Yeah, they're just in the car together, you know.
But they're not friends.
No.
Exactly.
And there is, like, whole videos of them together. That is kind of cute.
No, they're not friends. They're allies of convenience.
Yep. Allies of convenience.
Exactly.
And then... Mr. Kennedy!
Ken Anderson said he would love to come back as a wrestler or a WWE coach. I feel like I can still go. I still have some gas in the tank. Did we find out how old he is?
I did, and it was...
Hey Google, how old is Ken Anderson from WWE?
49.
So he could still have...
Another year or two. Good year or two.
A few good years at most. And that's what I was getting on about. Kevin Owens, Will Ospreay, different companies, same sacrifice. Wrestling is not fake. The pain, the surgeries, the comebacks are all real.
Mm-hmm.
And this
Both
is
of them
something
are
that
out to
this
do
is
the
something
network.
we've talked about. Yes, wrestling is fake, but the injuries, the everything is real.
Which is why I think it would be a massive disrespect to play that kind of card. My opinion. I know it's been done countless times. It'll be done countless times more. But especially when just recently you had one of your major stars, Liv Morgan, have to go out for like 8+ months
6+, yeah.
due to an in-ring injury. To then have Seth Rollins fake getting injured just to come back at SummerSlam would be horribly disrespectful, in my opinion. I'm sure Liv Morgan couldn't care less at storyline or whatever, but I feel like it'd be disrespectful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, this was meant to be my last one, and I'll get to why it's not in a minute here. But I actually thought this was funny, little cartoony thing. Because if you remember right, Roman or Paul would always be call Roman Reigns or call the big dog or whatever into his...
Call the OTC.
Yeah.
And then Roman is calling him, and Paul's freaking the
And
fuck
he's
out.
like, call the big dog. Oh no, not again. And
Breaker is just
Breaker fuming. But that is not the last thing. I found this happen today.
Yes.
And I'm going to say this. I posted a lot on this. So we're going to run through this. Not quick, but not slow either.
Hulk Hogan died today at the age of 71. Here, just this article is just like 5 fucking paragraphs. It
Yeah,
says,
so we kind of cut
the
it down.
professional wrestling world is mourning after news surfaced that Hulk Hogan has died at age 71. On Thursday, July 24th, paramedics were dispatched to the WWE Legends home in Clearwater, Florida. Paramedics were responding to a report of cardiac arrest, according to TMZ Sports. A slew of police cars and EMTs were parked outside of his home. The icon was carried out on a stretcher and into an ambulance. He was treated at his home by Clearwater Fire and Rescue before being transported to a local hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. Police are expected to provide more information at a press conference later Thursday afternoon.
Okay, and here's what I'm going to say, and I'm going to bring this up now. We kind of had a little bit of discussion on this. Hogan, you might not
like him as a person, but you have to respect what he did for wrestling, and as simple as that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not saying I promote that he was racist. I don't promote any of that. I don't promote the things that he has said, done, whatever.
But what he did for wrestling.
For what he did for wrestling, you have to give the man his props. Because, yeah, you're right. We can sit here and go back and forth that other people could have carried it, but they didn't.
Yeah.
WWF at the time would not have even been on the map if it would not have been for Hogan.
Yeah. Exactly.
Robert Stone says Hulk was the man, period. I often forget I got to work with him and film segments with him regularly during his TNA run. Wrestling will never be the same. We've lost two legends of their respective industries in the same week. Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne, rest in peace. And then Ric Flair. This was so strange to me. Not because it was Ric Flair, but because every single word is capitalized, and it just threw me off.
But here's the thing. This is something that a lot of wrestlers are talking about too. Not necessarily this in general, but, hey Google, how old is Ric Flair? He is literally outliving, like, everybody who wrestled with him, like, during the old schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has been on his deathbed several times and has pulled through.
Yep.
He says, I am shocked. I am absolutely shocked to hear about the passing of my close friend, Hulk Hogan. He has been by my side since we started in the wrestling business, an incredible athlete, talent, friend, and father. Our friendship has meant the world to me. He was always there for me, even when I didn't ask for him to be. He was one of the first to visit me when I was in the hospital with a 2% chance of living, and he prayed by my bedside. He lent me money when Reed was sick. Hulkster, no one will ever compare to you. Rest in peace, my friend.
And I think I closed it. Well, I was going to close it with that, and I found one thing, but we couldn't go back and backtrack it, so we're just going to do it. But this is probably the graphic we're going to get probably Monday. Or no, Friday.
Yeah. WWE remembers Hulk Hogan 1953 to 2025. And per WrestleVotes, WWE has significant plans for Stephanie McKeer heading into the fall. Marketing and creative services have presented several character updates, including refinements to her overall
What did you
presentation.
post on there?
I just the
dots. Okay. But yeah, I hope that they update her character. I don't want it to change, like her character, but redefining it, kind of tweaking a couple things, might be great. But I really, like I said, I really just want to make it clear on the Hulk Hogan thing. You know, Hogan, for what he did for this industry, 1,001 million props.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Maybe as a person, love him or hate him, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But for what he did for the industry,
I don't think we'd even be watching WWE, WWF, whatever today
If it wasn't for
if
him.
it wasn't for Hogan.
Yeah.
And that's something I want to make crystal clear, and I want to make sure everybody understands. I don't want no backlash when Tafari gets up in wrestling, whatever, like, oh, you supported Hogan. We're not saying we support him. We're not saying we don't support him. What we are saying is, for this industry, Hogan was a bar that will never, ever
be
touched. Yeah. Because you can't touch a bar that goes 30 years or so back plus.
Exactly.
Probably closer to 50.
Yep.
But that is about it from us, guys. If you made this far on the stream, go ahead and give us a follow. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, share, subscribe.
I'm going to say one more thing before we go. If you grew up during that time period, You know, watching Hulk Hogan before. I'm even gonna go before Raw, and definitely before SmackDown because Raw was the first like big show.
Yeah.
When they had superstars and they had Wrestling of the Chase. Because yes, I am that old. When he came out there and all of us kids all had our Hulk Hogan poses that we would do, you know, he still did them to the day. We all of us kids, you might not as much because he wasn't around as much while you were growing up, but every one of us kids would be out and we'd be talking about wrestling to our friends or whatever, and you're always we were all doing
ripping your shirts
or
off,
trying to rip your shirt off and never quite being able to, and you're like, I'm not trying to rip my shirt, but point being,
exactly, that's your favorite shirt.
It's one of them, but we were all doing the shirt, trying to do the shirt rips. You know, it was say your prayers, eat your vitamins. We all freaking love the shit out of Hogan. If you got to remember Hogan, I am going to say this.
Remember him how he was.
Remember why you liked Hogan, not why you hated Hogan.
Yep.
And again, I'm not condoning any of what he did.
Exactly.
But remember what he did for wrestling. When we all were Hulkamaniacs. When we all had the Hulkamania headbands, the T-shirts, the posters,
the cups.
The cups. We were all drinking the Hulk Hogan Kool-Aid at that time. And whether he got older and became a complete jerk is not why he became the icon of wrestling that he did.
Yep, exactly.
And I want to bring that up because I know you're a little bit younger, but you still grew up in a time where Hogan was the bar.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, you know, we were all still out there even 30 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I don't know. Keep going.
We're all doing the shit, you know. I could show you old stuff of Hulk Hogan out there, you know, being everything. I just want to bring that up. Again, condolences to his friends, his family.
Yes.
Nick and Brooke, and I don't know who his current wife is. I know she's like 30 years old or something.
But condolences to all the family.
Of them, you know, Ric Flair, all the wrestlers, you know. And I'm going to say this, and it might sound really weird, but if you know any of them, and I know none of them probably going to watch this, but if you see them out, give them a space. Like, give them a chance. This is something that was very traumatic. Yes, Ozzy was traumatic for a lot of people too, but this was traumatic for just as many.
Yeah. Yep, there was a lot of Hulkamania fans. I mean,
and like I said, don't take Hogan for what he was, or what he became. Take him for what he was. When he made this industry what it was.
Exactly.
And that's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm just kind of gonna let that sit there. Let Tafari kind of go back over what he was saying.
So,
because I did have to bring that up because I felt like we all had our Hulkamania
phase
moments when and like I said, me being 50 years old, I remember watching Hogan when Hogan was nothing to becoming something, and basically launching this industry into what we all know and love.
Today.
We all know and love. So,
but that is about it. Like I said before, if you're watching it, if you've made it this far on the stream, go ahead and give us a follow. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let us know what you think. If you want to chat with us, join us on Discord. If you want to help support us, press that donate button in the bottom section.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I don't think anyone's pressed the button. But anyway,
exactly.
That's about it from us, guys. I'm Tothari.
I'm CK.
And I'm Knight Rider. Good night.
See ya.